Assalamualaikum. Good morning and welcome everyone. And I hope everyone is having a lovely, lovely day. And I hope your Ramadan went well. And yeah, welcome back to another episode of my webinar. Now, today is a different type of episode. This time is, thanks for that, William. Today I've got a guest. My guest is Yusuf. Now, Yusuf runs a very successful business where they repair devices, everything from cell phones to tablet PCs to computers. And what's exciting is that Yusuf has a fantastic business opportunity to present because they are starting training, and not just training, but also they are helping people to set up businesses in the repair space, in the device repair space, which is super, super excited. Yusuf, Jazakallah for joining me and welcome to our webinar.
Assalamualaikum. Greetings to all. Jazakallah for having me.
Yeah, so Yusuf, just a little bit of background about your business. When did you guys start? Where did you focus? What are you doing currently?
Okay, basically, we run as Alpha Cellular. We're based here in Morningside on Kawi Road. We in the business started initially in 2002 as a normal independent repair center, focusing on end user clients and cell phone stores, repairing devices for stores that didn't have technicians in store. From there, alhamdulillah, we grew and we were appointed as a Nokia authorized repair center in 2007, 2008. At that time, Nokia was the main brand before Samsung and all the other brands came on. Nokia was king, and not just here but worldwide. And they were looking for authorized repair centers. So alhamdulillah, we were approved as an authorized repair center, and we service them till current. We are also still repairing the Nokia in warranty phones. So we basically provide the warranty repairs to the stores. So for example, the Markham and the Game and the Macro and all the franchise stores that sell Nokias, the warranty repairs, we basically repair them for the clients under warranty. So that's where
Right.
we that's one part of it, and then the other part is the out of warranties, servicing the end user, clients that have broken their phones, damaged their phones fell into liquid, all sorts of impact damaged phones, repairs to tablets, laptops. So basically, that's basically what we do, and now inshallah we want to offer a training program
Correct.
going
Okay,
going.
we'll come back to the training program because I just want to get a sense of the business. Okay, so for everyone attending, right, you guys are all entrepreneurs in training, and here is a fantastic entrepreneurial opportunity either for you or for someone you know. So, I hope everyone is all ears, and if you have any questions, any follow-up questions, it's gonna be amazing. So ask away because Yusuf is here. Right. So you guys are repairing mobile devices. Do you repair computers also, like
Computers as
laptop
well.
screens? Yeah.
Computers, laptop screens, laptop keyboard replacements. Very common at the moment is the casings or the hinges on the laptops that are breaking very
Hmm.
easily. So that's something that's very common currently, as well as just general repairs to MacBooks, laptops, onboard repairs as well.
Right.
Software upgrades and memory upgrades, installing SSD drives as well because clients want the devices to run a lot faster. So that's also something that's current right now and in demand.
Lovely. Okay, so let's get to the training part, right? So you guys are now offering training. Tell us about the training. What will the training entail? And let's say a person is not technical at all. Uh, how can they start it? Will the training enable them to get started repairing? Take us through the whole thing. What do you have in mind? This is brand new, right? So I
Yes.
guess you guys are still starting with that also. Yeah.
Well, basically, it's from scratch. So basically, you will learn from the beginning. And at the moment, currently, it's mainly what we call level 1 and 2 repairs, which are common at the moment. So it's not too much of the onboard, replacing ICs and components. It's mainly screen replacement because all the common phones, all the phones that are currently in use are smartphones and touch screens. And these screens are made of glass. So
Right.
basically, where we come in is we replace the screens, on these devices. So our training is practical, hands-on guided training where you will learn how to remove the screens, the old damaged screens, replace the new screens, assemble the devices. So from scratch. There's no
Fantastic.
sort of experience required to enter this.
Right. So you
Apart
don't need to
from
be an electronics engineer or anything.
No, no. Apart from
Yeah.
just, there are a few, important criteria. Example is you could be, well eyesighted. So that's important. You
Right.
could be steady with your hands, and it's open to males and females. So
Lovely.
it's
No, yeah. Okay. So I think I understand what's going on so far with the training, but let's go into the business aspect of it now, right? First and foremost, let's say somebody comes and studies with you, and they want to get started. They go back home. They go into their area, their village, wherever suburb, and they want to start off. Uh, do they need do they need any special equipment? Is that equipment supplied? How does it work?
Yes, there is equipment, tools and equipment that are required to do the repairs. So we've basically got a set that we could supply. Uh, it's basically tools, your screwdrivers, your chemicals for repairing liquid damaged devices, disassembly tools, assembly tools, soldering iron, all the basic tools. We could provide that in order to start up a business. And then over and above that, depending on where your market, what type of repairs come in, we could advise, or we could also, advise on this type of space that you need to keep in stock. So when a client comes in, you are ready for a repair. So you basically have, a
Right.
pool of, spares on hand to do quick repairs. So that's important also
Fantastic.
because clients can't, really do without their smartphone. Nowadays, we're all dependent, on our smartphones, and everything's running from there, whether it's the banking or the social media, business is all running from the phone. So you've got to offer a quick
Right.
turnaround time.
Okay. So I like that. I mean, so it comes with a starter pack of tools, equipment, everything, right? But obviously, if the repairer doesn't have certain spares, are you a supplier of spares?
Yes, we can. We can provide
Okay.
quality, high quality parts, original as well as non-original. So we can
Okay.
provide, we can supply spares as well. Certain spares also, if not available here, we have suppliers overseas as well. So we import the spares. So the odd
Lovely.
items that you need, we are able to source them from our suppliers overseas, uh, and then successful repair.
That's excellent. So it makes it much easier for somebody that's starting off, knowing that they've got a wholesaler in you who is selling, who is importing and selling really good quality products. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So another question is let's go into the economics of it, right? Um, let's say somebody comes with a typical mid-range phone, like, I don't know, one of the Samsung A series devices, for example. How much does it cost well, the cost to the client to get it repaired, and what's the profit margin there typically?
Okay, I'll give you an example. We've got one, let me just quickly show you. There's an A14 that came in this
Okay,
morning. This is now at our
right.
repair center. Screen is shattered, screen is cracked on this one. It's a
All right.
Samsung A14. So there's two options here. The original screen on this would cost about, to the end client, 2,300 to repair with an original screen. So that's one option.
Okay.
The cost of that screen would be plus minus about 1,950.
Okay.
So that's your profit after that. Second option is most clients are not able to afford the original. So we have the non-originals available, which is more popular. Non-original, we
Right.
would charge an end client 650 for a repair like this. So 650
Okay.
less your cost is about 400 for a new screen, non-original screen at 400.
All right.
So you're making about
I see.
250 plus minus, depending on your market. Certain areas you might be able to get more. So it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
dependent, on which area you're in and who your clients are. But that's just a
yeah.
typical example of a Samsung,
Okay.
mid-range phone and a common popular model, very popular at the moment.
Yeah. So I wanna do some maths here, right? I wanna look at the economics behind it for the benefit of the attendees. Okay. So basically, you're making, say, on with the original screen, you're making roughly about four to 500 rands. Am I understanding that
Correct.
correctly? And
Correct.
with the non-original parts, you're making about 200. So let's say on average, and I'm working with plain averages here, right? 300 and let's say about 350 rand average. So I mean to make and I'm just working with some numbers here. To make around 18,000 rands in a month, you need to, let's say, repair about 50 phones, 50,
Correct.
51 phones. Is it viable? Is it possible to build up to those kind of numbers? Do you see, let's say somebody's in a biggish suburb, like, I don't know, like Phoenix, right? Part of Phoenix. Can you see their business growing to that level?
Definitely. I think with effective marketing and providing an honest service, honesty and service is key. So I think with the effective marketing, most definitely 4 to 5, maybe six successful repairs per day is achievable, highly achievable. And these phones
Okay.
are very, very common at the moment. It's because these phones, the screen is made of glass, and intentionally, unintentionally, these screens are breaking very, very easily. It's actually a very, very thin glass, which is your screen. So definitely big potential.
Okay. Yeah, the thin glass is sad. I mean, it's sad for the owner of the phone, but it's an opportunity
Yes,
for the repair business. So you say
correct.
up to six. It's not hard to get like six repairs a day. So if you're working a 6-day week, so you're looking at 36 per week. So 36 times four, you're looking at about 144 times our average, which is on the low end. Wow, this can easily grow into like a 50,000 rands business.
Correct.
Incredible. And
Correct.
I'm guessing being such a small scale business, you can run it from home, right? You can run it in your garage. You don't need premises or anything.
Correct. You can. All you need is just a small desk, and,
Yeah.
and your equipment and your tools and the space. That's basically, you don't
Yeah.
need to have a full setup, maybe in a store. Also, another option is
Right.
maybe to rent a space within a store. We've had clients that have stores within the big supermarkets, for example, the small kiosk.
Okay.
So that's
Yes, yes,
something
yes,
also,
yes.
where there's a lot of foot traffic, and you could run the business from there as well. Small cost, in terms of
Right.
rent, but opportunities there as well.
That's actually excellent because you've got the feet, you've got thousands of people coming in and out every day. If you've got nice bright signage there and good branding, you'll attract the right attention. That's actually a brilliant, brilliant strategy. Okay, some questions. I mean, that's enough questions from me. Let's take some questions from the audience now. So Amir's question is this in-person training for those not in the area? Unfortunately, yes, right?
It is. This is a practical training program. So, we need to have, a training program in store at our repair center for now, just so you could practically, learn, the ins and outs, do's and don'ts, disassembly, assembly. It's practical. So this has to
Lovely,
be done in
lovely.
store.
Okay, so let's say there are enough people in Johannesburg that want to do this course. Is it possible to send your trainer there and run a workshop there?
Definitely, that is an option. We can do that.
Okay,
Different regions.
so follow-up question to that. How many days training is it?
It's a
What's the
3 week
duration for
program.
the level one and two?
Okay,
3 weeks.
3 week program, 3 weeks weekdays, Monday to Friday. And that's basically to cover all the level 1 and 2 repairs that are currently, floating around at the moment.
Okay, and how many hours per day does a person have to attend?
That's from 8:30 till 3:30 daily.
Okay, so it's an intensive 3 week course. It's a
It
full
is,
day.
Yeah, there is a lot to cover in terms of the number of phones. Because of the brand, you've got Samsung, you've got Apple, you've got Huawei, Honor, Vivo, and now the unknown brands are slowly coming in. Mobicel. These are some of the Chinese brands that are now being sold at the franchise stores. They're also out on contracts as well. So there is quite a bit. Also in terms of tablets, we've got to cover Samsung tablets as well as the unknown brand tablets.
Right.
So,
Phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, so you guys have been doing this for a long time, right? I remember you started your business around about 2000, or just after 2000, right?
After 2000, I actually studied engineering at ML Sultan back in the day. So I studied
Okay,
electronic
okay,
engineering there, and then from there, phones were starting up in the country. The repairs were starting to
right,
to come in, and from there I just branched. But I did also study electronic engineering, focusing on telecommunications. So it's electronic
right.
engineering in telecommunications. Alhamdulillah. So that's where
Phenomenal.
history behind us.
Yeah. So no theoretical training here only. This is practical training from a guru in the business, which is an amazing opportunity, really, to think about it. Yeah. No, cost. What is the cost of the training?
A cost of 3-week program, 8,500 per student. And then the tools and equipment, basic kit, 4,500. So it's 8,500 for the
Right.
course, 4,500 for the tools and equipment, basic tools, which we will supply.
Right. So 8,500 plus 4,500, you're looking at 13,000 rand in total.
That, correct.
Okay. And okay, so that gives you all the tools and equipment. If somebody wants to start a business now out of this, after finishing the training very well, they've paid for the training, they've got the equipment, how much do you think they're going to need over and above that amount to start the business, to get it going?
If you're running from home, maybe if you're running, privately from home without, the cost of setting up a small, small business or a small kiosk, I would say an additional maybe about 15 to 20,000. To
Okay,
keep some spares on hand, just for the other costs that are involved. But if you're setting up a kiosk, or if you're setting up a small center, maybe plus minus about 50,000 that you would need.
right.
As well as
Okay,
if you're running in a store, within a store, meaning maybe a supermarket or maybe a small kiosk, then additional stock that you would need is maybe phones. To sell phones, you could do second-hand phones, you could do pre-owned phones, you could do refurbished phones, new phones as well, together with airtime and then accessory sales as well. So you could bring that
right.
as
That
well. So you basically invest in the stock, in terms of setting up the business like that. So you get the repairs together with the retail sales, which will be a boost.
fantastic. Yeah, I mean that's a businessman mentality, right? Wherever you can make a sale, you make a sale. That's incredible. So all told, about 50,000 rands to get started with a good, solid, in demand, viable business. That's incredible, right? Okay. Now, regarding that amount, guys, for those of you who are interested in this, who are in Durban or can come to Durban for the training, if you are interested in this and you don't have the funding, talk to me. We can help you get the funding, right? Because you guys are our students, because this is a business model that is proven. This is backing from a very, very reliable, very established business, very honest guys. So we can help you raise that funding. There's tons of funding available. So talk to me if you need funding for that. Okay, let's go more. Okay, more questions. So Faisal says, would an iFixit kit be sufficient with regards to tools for repairing laptops as well? What's an iFixit kit? I don't know what that is.
I haven't seen an iFix kit as well. I'm not sure, what that comprises, but maybe if you can send me, the details as to what's in there, we can look at
Yeah.
it and we can advise from there. I'm just not
Okay,
sure
Faisal, you heard that?
what they've supplied.
Okay, like top stuff. All right. So William says, Mr. Yusuf, do you have a website for your business? If not, I'd love to design one for you. Okay, these guys many of them are web designers and app developers too, right? So William is plugging his business. Excellent stuff. See, there's a business person. So
Yeah.
not just you, Yusuf, anyone else on this chat, if you got a small business going and you need website. There's William's contact details there. Contact him. And because you guys are part of the IT Varsity family, I'm sure you can ask William for a discounted price for to to develop your website. And look, in today's day and age, to have a booking system where on your phone uh, you just say, I want to come in, this is my phone, this is the model number, get a quote before they even come to the store. So by the time they come to the store, they already know how much everything is going to be, and there's a booking made. So they come, and while they wait, they can get their phone repaired. It's like these barbershops these days are all using these booking systems where you just book a time, you go in there, you do your thing, you're out. That'll be a good option for those of you who are interested. So speak to William about that. Uh, so Rumeisa says, Salams all. I find the field of work so interesting. I've never actually thought about the repair industry in such detail. A question for me is, do you think software issues are becoming a bigger part of repair work compared to hardware failures? Yusuf, what's your response to that?
Software, yes, definitely. There are lots of devices that do require software, but currently there's definitely more hardware. In terms of the screen replacements, also in terms of the charging issues, what we are seeing currently is a lot of hardware repairs. There's
Right,
huge volume out there, especially with the screens. Also, maybe some guys of you have seen the Samsungs. When there's slight moisture detected on the phone refuses to charge, and then it also tells you on the screen that there's moisture being detected. Now, in that kind of situation, you need to do a hardware repair whereby you're replacing the charging connector. So that's currently the repairs that are coming. There's volume of those.
I see, I
So
see.
yes, software.
Okay,
There are lots of software, but I would say more hardware.
right. So do you guys do software repairs also?
We do, we do.
Okay,
It's a different sort of I normally focus on the software. The technicians normally do the hardware, but I
I
focus on the
see.
software program and things like that. But not too much because there's not too much of volume in that. So I focus also more on the repairs.
I see. So, I mean, I'm sure that requires additional tools and additional skills, and something. So, I would do this, right? I would I would refer those to you. I take in the work and I'll send it to you because you're the expert in that. So, if there's a software issue, can they do that? Uh, can other businesses do that?
Definitely, you can outsource them to us.
Yeah,
Also, yeah. So basically, it's no investment for you in terms of setting up cost. Buying the actual software. Setting up the system on the laptop, and lots of these also require annual registration fees and things like that. Software systems
right,
that will save you. So for the minimal cost, we could basically do the software reprogram for you, whatever is required, and you add an additional markup onto that. Quick
right.
turnaround as well in terms of software.
Lovely. Yeah, so guys, if you have any software issues, outsource it to Alpha Cellular, put a markup on top of that, maybe an additional 5-10%, and you got it easy, right? That's a good question there, Rumesa. Thanks for that one. Noltando says, wow, this is a great business idea, especially now that I have in-depth view on how everything works. This is very informative. Yeah, I think it goes beyond that, right? Because Yusuf, you've got a business plan also for anybody who wants to get started.
Correct. Correct. We could guide you
But
going forward as to how to set up, how in terms of customer service as well, providing an honest service. Customer service is key here, and the word of mouth, travels very fast. You provide
yeah,
a good service to the customer. And also, what we've noticed, in our business, is that, for example, now you've replaced a screen for the client, and then down the line, maybe, we've seen a lot of these where the client cracks a second screen and the third screen, because it's a glass. Sometimes it's unavoidable. The kids are playing with the phones. Sometimes they're gaming on the phones. They get a bit frustrated and they take their anger out on the phones. And then it's a return job. You're getting repeat business from
correct.
there. So like that, you could build your base, your client base, like that,
Yeah,
providing honest, good service.
fantastic. I hear you repeating that quite often, about honest service, and yeah, not to cast aspersions, right? Not to put a blanket ruling, but not long ago, my wife went and bought a memory stick from one of these foreigners' cell phone shops, and she brought it home, and that thing it refused to work. It was just a dummy product. And when she took it back, the guy refused to even entertain that. So these guys, I feel, are shooting themselves in the foot because they're trying to make a quick buck, but they've ruined their reputation in the process. And I have no sympathy for them, for people who do business like that. But I like the fact that you're saying, honest business, because that's what counts. That's what matters to people. Good customer service and honesty. And I'm guessing that's what built you up, right? That's what built up your business.
Definitely, definitely. It's just boils down to the good customer service and honesty. We've had also, like, your experience. We've also had lots of clients that give us feedback and tell us, they've been to other repair centers and centers who they seem to trust, but then when the devices come into us and we see the parts are missing from the phones, parts have been swapped, parts that screws have been missing from the phones, critical parts that are missing. So this is where it comes in. You've got to basically fit every screw back according to how it was important. So that's
Right.
that's that's key. Service is key, honesty is key.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, that's the way to do business, and that's why I'm happy to work with you and to refer my students to you because you guys are doing a good job, and you have been around that long because you are that good. Okay, so Xavier, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. So Xavier has a question. Salam, who do we contact for funding regarding business? Okay. So Zavira, you can contact support. You can contact someone on the Slack chat group and say you're looking for business funding and you've heard me talking about it. Or drop me an email. I'm going to put my email address there now into the chat. Bilal at itvarsity.org. Right? Give them enough information in that email. Say you've attended the webinar, you're interested in this business, this cell phone repair business, and you need business funding, and then they'll forward that, and then we'll respond because I don't always pick up these emails. Sometimes my team picks them up, so they'll forward it to me, and then we'll take it from there, right? So, guys, once again, here's a beautiful, beautiful business opportunity. It's a fully fledged business with the training, technical training, equipment, uh, and not just training on the technical stuff, but training on the business side, mentorship, guidance, a business plan, all in one. And worst case scenario, according to Yusuf, it will cost around 50,000 rands to get started. And on top of that, for those of you who need business funding, you can talk to me because there are lots of organizations that are offering business funding. So you guys can contact us and we'll link you up with them. Excellent, excellent opportunity, Yusuf. This is all very, very exciting. So Humaid wants to know when will this course take place? When are you guys starting?
We're planning to start, inshallah, next month, which is May, because this month is a bit of a short month. Lots of public holidays coming up, as well as we're closing store on the 22nd of April. Inshallah, we are off for Umrah. So
All
I'll be
right,
leaving the 23rd for Umrah. The store will be closed till the 4th of May.
all
Once
right.
we return, inshallah, we're ready to start after that.
Fantastic. Starting in May. Okay. So
May.
Yusuf, you must share your contact details here, at least an email address for anybody who wants to contact you who is interested, uh, and then we'll take it from there.
Inshallah.
Saida says, please have a training session in Cape Town. Okay, Saida, definitely. I mean, Yusuf, what's the minimum number? What's the minimum viable number to run a 3-week workshop in Cape Town?
I would say about maybe 15 to 20 students. 15 to
Okay,
20
okay,
students, and we will run the program in that region, inshallah.
lovely. That's good. So Saida, here's a challenge for you. Try and get 15 to 20 students interested, and we can get the program done there, wherever. I mean, Johannesburg, William,
Johannesburg
same
as well.
story.
Same.
Yeah, yes. So it's an opportunity for you guys to go and get people interested and get the course running. But for those who are in Durban or close to Durban, you're in luck because next month they're going to start and you guys can go in. And just one comment from William. Yes, honesty is the number one key aspect that should be in place. If you're not honest, the word will spread quickly. If you have one rotten apple, like the saying goes, it doesn't take long for the others to get rotten as well. Yeah, it's just like that. That's business. And unfortunately, many of these foreigners feel like, you know what, since we are foreigners, we are here today, we're gone tomorrow, but they don't realize they're shooting themselves in the foot, even for the duration that they are there. Okay, Yusuf, I think we're gonna stop now. Uh, and we're going to and I just want to thank you for your time, Jazakallah, for being here. I know how busy you are with your business and now starting up this training. Jazakallah for being here. Thanks for setting up this because it's such a lovely concept, right? It's a beautiful concept. It's a business in a box. We can say a ready-made business and a minimal investment because there's not many businesses, lucrative businesses, you can set up in with 50,000 rands. And when you say if the numbers that you're talking about, and obviously you're speaking from experience, if that comes to fruition, like 5, 6 repairs a day, then you're making at the very minimum 50,000 rands a month. So in the first month, you're you're getting full return on your investment. Plus, there's
Correct.
backup and support from you as a business person. I think this is just it's an unmissable opportunity. So a lot of gratitude coming. Rumesa says, "Shukran for your time." Mr. Yusuf, as well as me, Mr. Bilal. I'm always here for you guys, Rumesa. Um, uh, So William wants some information about your business. Okay, Yusuf, please put your email address in the chat so that
Gee.
people can contact you before we leave.
Okay, I'm going to do that now. Also, anybody who's in the Durban region and in and around us, you're welcome to come to our repair center to chat. You can come through. You can have a look and see, what this entails. We're ready to welcome you anytime. Just let me know
Lovely
before,
stuff.
and inshallah, we'll guide you through.
Lovely stuff. Guys, before we finish off, while Yusuf is putting his email up, there's an appeal from me, right? My personal appeal to you guys is that there are roughly 100 and almost 200 of you who are currently doing this course, most of whom have received bursaries, but we don't see them in the webinars, and many of them are not progressing with their studies. So, if you guys can help out to bring these people back on track, to encourage them, to motivate them, to bring them into your circle, and to basically encourage them to finish the studies, start their businesses, I will really appreciate it. I will be so grateful to you guys if you can do that for us. Because, I mean, there's a lot of people who started with lots of enthusiasm, but life happens, things get hectic, family happens, work happens, and people fall apart. So I'm gonna need your help with this one, especially if you've got others in your areas, in your suburbs, and they are not performing. Form some WhatsApp groups and encourage each other because this course that you are doing with IT Varsity and this these webinars that we have, it's a golden opportunity. It's for you, it's for them. And there's a lot of very, very, very good people, very generous people that have put money into developing you guys. So take advantage of it. And for those of you who are interested in Yusuf's offer here, please take advantage. I mean, this business needs no introduction, right? This kind of business, uh, fixing cell phones, I mean, you can go from there to repairing computers and things like that. It's a damn good business. It's a good business. In fact, Yusuf, I want to attend your course not because I need a business, but because I just like working, tinkering with tiny phones and, to fix a phone. It'll be such a joy to be able to fix something like that. So I think I'm gonna book a place, maybe not next month, but in the next round. Okay,
No problem. Looking forward to it, inshallah.
lovely. Thanks, man. Um, So Yusuf, there's another Yusuf who says, honestly, the webinar has regained my motivation. I will be sitting with my course a lot more. Life has been quite busy lately on my side, and I find it difficult to find the time. Yusuf, find the time. It's an investment. It's an investment in your future. And like I told you guys from the start, this is not just a theoretical course. This is a practical course. The fact that Yusuf is here offering you a business opportunity and we've got funding available. The idea is to get you started with a business. Um, so William says, I'll try my best, Uncle Bilal, to do all that's in my capacity. That's all you can do, William. I will be so grateful. I want to see all 200 of you cross that finish line, get your qualifications, graduate, and also start successful businesses. Uh, so Primrose said, I created a WhatsApp group last month. It's been really helpful. I will reshare the link on the Slack again. Yes, that will be helpful. Also, ask Noltando for those who are not performing too well. I'm actually going to be personally calling all of them to see, how we can help. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that everything works out. We can bring them back on track. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Yusuf, once again, we don't want to hold you up. Jazakallah, thanks for your time.
I
And
mean,
hopefully, inshallah, this venture is going to be a massive, massive success. And we'll ensure that we send as many people as possible to this because this is an amazing opportunity. Jazakallah, everyone. Jazakallah, Yusuf.
I mean,
Thanks once again.
Jazakallah. Jazakallah for having me.
Thanks.
Inshallah.
A pleasure. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.